Disclaimer: this is a screener copy. Do not pirate. The following story has not been finished. Anyone caught distributing this unfinished copy will be persecuted by the International Copyright Court and be subject to fines up to $100,000 and 10 years in prison. Vampire Bitches in Heat by Smeg Kara. Chapter 1: The Nostalgia Clinic. I like it already. Lindsay Ellis sat on the table with her feet up in the stirrups. There Goes My Baby was playing on the radio. Oh, well, since putting actual music in these videos gets me a copyright strike, I will just sing it. There goes my baby, there goes my honey, na 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 na. The doctor entered the room holding a clipboard. All right, Miss Ellis, welcome back. My goodness, it appears this is your 1000th abortion. Congratulations! Record scratch. Freeze frame. Yep, that's me. About to get my 1000th abortion. You're probably wondering how I got here. As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to get abortions. Yes, I'm smoking a cigarette. Fuck you. One take is one take too many. Anyway, opening music from Goodfellas started playing. I don't remember which music that was, so you can play it in your own head. That's me. 11 years old, being gangbanged by a pack of niggers. Oh, this is like prophetic. This is just going to be the future of the United States soon. This wasn't my first nigger gangbang. I had been addicted to BBC since I was 4 years old. This was just the first time I actually got pregnant from one. I'd been trying my whole life to get pregnant. So, my whole 4 year life to get pregnant. Well, actually, she's 11. Never mind. Some of my earliest memories are of me stealing my dad's used condoms out of the trash and squeezing the cum out into my pussy so I could get an abortion. When the big day finally came, I was ecstatic. My mother was mortified. Fuck. She couldn't believe her little girl was running around trying to get pregnant just so she could have an abortion. But I knew better. I knew my abortions would take me places someday. I just had to keep having them. By the 6th time she drove me to the clinic, in that first year it had become routine. Lindsay and her mother get out of the car and are greeted by a friendly face with open arms. Little Lindsay ran to him and gave him a big hug. That's Dr. Chang! He was born to give abortions. He was half Jewish and half Chinese mixed with Filipino, a true mongrel. He'd become an abortionist because he'd always wished someone had given his mother an abortion when that kike knocked her up. She'd be one of the most successful prostitutes in the Orient until one pregnancy ruined her body, and she never let him forget it. He was an artist at abortions. He'd been fucking me since I was a child. Quotes around fucking. After my first abortion, I knew I needed to get pregnant again as soon as possible. I begged for his mongoloid cock while my mother sat out in the waiting room, none the wiser. Flash forward 15 years. Hi, I'm your nostalgia chick. I remember it cause the dudes don't. Here I am as the nostalgia chick. My first real job after college. I won the nostalgia chick contest because I fucked a douche walker. That chick with the goggles fucked him too, but she was a nigger, so she was never going to win anyway. By the time we shot the first year anniversary video, I had fucked every guy at TWTG except for Spoonie and Linkara. Sismeg Kara, this is why you don't know your questionable channel awesome lore, because there were stories around that Lindsay actually refused to fuck Angry Joe because it was a speak. I don't know if that actually happened, but that was the story going around. Like, Angry Joe went to her and asked her, "Oh, hey, are you up for some game after the shooting?" And she was like, "You filthy speak wetback." Anyway, Spoonie was impotent and Linkara wasn't into girls. Yes, that's right. The song "I Like Boys" from Teen Witch starts playing. I like boys. I like boys. As we see a montage of Nostalgia Chic being fucked by every TGWTG reviewer and their subsequent abortions, ending with a shot of her in bed with Todd in the shadows. This is Todd in the shadows. After fucking around with everyone else on the site, I finally settled on him as a long-term boyfriend. Of course, I still fucked around on the side, but he didn't know that until I got pregnant with another nigger baby. That was something like my 600th or so abortion. I had kinda lost count at that point. Of course, I told everyone it was my first. I was making a documentary about it. I didn't want to be slut-shamed. This was when I met Anita, but we'll get back to her later. Now, where were we? Oh yeah. Alright, Miss Ellis, welcome back. My goodness, it appears this is what your 1000th abortion. Congratulations. Yeah, right? I wish I had a card I could get frequent abortion miles or something. Ha 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 ha! They shared a laugh. Alright then, let's suck this little bastard piece of shit out of you. I'm sure this is how real abortions are handled. Yes. Dr. Chang pulled out a long vacuum hose from the corner and held it in front of his crotch like a dick. So you're learning some writing techniques from Boros, I see. He began, yes, you're definitely learning from Boros. He began rubbing Lindsay's clit with it. I suppose you'd like to be anesthetized. Of course! Internally, in addition to being my abortionist, Dr. Chang was a great connection to all sorts of prescription pharmaceuticals. Sorry. Fuck. Whew. Whenever I'd get an abortion, I'd have him shoot me up with the medical grade heroin. Most of the time, he would fuck me while I was passed out. I didn't mind, of course. To be quite honest, it really turned me on, being drugged and raped by a mongoloid chink kike who just sucked a dead nigger baby out of my cunt. I can see the naked lunch influences here. Just thinking about it is making my nipples hard. The abortion doctor pulled out a syringe of medical grade heroin. In truth, it was some regular street grade horse cut to shit. No, wait, sorry, I misread that. In truth, it was some regular street grade horse cut to shit and stepped on by God knows how many niggers before he got to the nigger he bought it from. But what did this stupid cunt know? She didn't know shit. He stuck the needle into her clit and injected her with the shit. Daddy, that feels so good, she slurred before passing out. Dr. Chang undid his belt and dropped his pants. His short but fat chode was as stiff as it could get. He rubbed it against her vulva and came almost instantly. He shuddered in his orgasm and threw up just a little bit. He was able to swallow most of it. He wiped the rest off his face with his sleeve, then pulled out the abortion vacuum hose, forcefully jamming it into Lindsay roast beef sandwich, which is what he'd affectionately called her vagina. Her pussy lips engulfed the vacuum tube. So this is actually. So you're actually convinced that this is how you spell vacuum, because it only has one C. It's not vacuum. It's not French. It's vacuum. Take. Fuck me. Sorry, I need to drink some more. Give me a second. Ooh. Ooh. Fuck. 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 Oh. This is some Rob Zombie tired dialogue here. Yes. Yes. I'm drinking the cheap shit because it gets me drunk faster. Where was I? Oh, the vacuum. Pussy lips engulfed the vacuum tube and hung down around it like the lips of the big-lipped alligator. Thank you for that. He switched on the vacuum and it sucked the chunky dead nigger baby out of her womb in a matter of minutes. Dr. Chang sparked up a bowl. He pulled up the vacuum tube out of her big-lipped alligator pussy and began eating out the leftover dead nigger baby chunks. This is amazing. He wiped his mouth on his sleeve. God damn, I love my job. Chapter 2. Booning with Spoonie. It had been eight months, not months, months, since April. Quote unquote. Past. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Damn, fuck me. Yes, I love this. It had been 8 months since April, quote unquote, passed away. Everyone thought that Spoonie had murdered her, but he knew it couldn't be true. He had been asleep downstairs on the couch at the time when she clumsily fell down the stairs onto a pile of knives. That's all there was to it. This is finally connecting back to the first Nostalgia Wolf story, which has been ignored up until this point. Anyway, but somehow the nagging suspicion, not suspicion, mind you, suspicion that maybe he had killed her was eating away at him. After all, he had been in a bad headspace at the time. In truth, Spoonie did kill April. Oh, we finally get a confirmation in canon. Yes, Spoonie did kill April. He had entered into one of his famous bad headspaces trademark and blacked out, savagely murdering her and blocking out the memories. In his madness, he had managed to convince himself that it never happened. He was so unsure of himself. He felt like Curtis from his old Let's Play of Phantasmagoria 2, A Puzzle of Flesh. His tweets were relentless. Murdered! Hashtag Spoonie1. Wife killer! Hashtag the Spoonie experiment. Patton Oswald! Hashtag Reverie! Oh, fuck. It was driving him insane. He needed closure, so he locked himself in his room for months on end. So this is months, not months. So there are two different terms, I guess. Studying the black arts, poring over his old D&D books in search of a resurrection spell that would actually work. He began conducting He began conducting Biazra rituals in his bedroom. He would dress up in April's panties and dance around the room chanting incantations. But every night he would fail and end up masturbating. I'm guessing that was intentional, like a reference to masturbate from the novels and from Benzai show. So masturbating into the panties and giving up. He knew the spell would work eventually, and if it didn't, he would die trying. But what he didn't know was that the spell did work. He was conjuring April spirits. But she had no desire to speak with him after he murdered her. Then one night, something happened. While he was dancing around in the old cum-encrusted panties, chanting his incantations, a powerful sneeze, made even more powerful by his humongous Jew nose. Hey, I resent that remark. The sneeze sent him reeling backwards against his bookcase, where Jew Wario's old hat hung in remembrance of his lost friend. The hat fell down on Spoonie's head, but in his current headspace, he failed to notice. In order to raise the dead, it was necessary to wear an article of the deceased's clothing. That was why he was dancing around in April's panties, or so he said. But now he was performing the ritual, wearing Jew Wario's hat. Boom! Flesh! Cow! Balls of lightning filled the room. A swirling blue tornado engulfed him, and in the center appeared a ghostly form of Justin Carmichael. He was dressed like David Bowie from Labyrinth. Let me practice my Jew Wario impression a minute. Hello, Spoonie. That was the best I could do. That's sad, but that's the best I can do. Hello, Spoonie. Jew Wario. No, that was my old name. In life I was a Jew, but since my former wife had me cremated and buried in a Catholic cemetery, I have lost favor with the God of Israel. I am no longer entitled to the name Jew Wario. You may call me by my new name. What the fuck? Your filthy kike, disgusting language is shit. You may call me by my new name, Boo Wario. Boo Wario? Okay. Silence! Do not think that because I am dead, I cannot sense your snack. Alright, jeez. What are you wearing? Oh, these? Just my dead wife's panties. Did you say panties? Yeah, look, it's part of the ritual. I was trying to raise her from the dead so she could tell me I didn't murder her. Uh-huh, Spoonie, you were a good friend in my last life. In this one, I wish to help you. Great. Maybe you can find April in this afterlife and bring her back here to tell me and everyone on Twitter that I didn't kill her. These tweets are driving me crazy, man. No. I think I have a more permanent solution. And with that, Boo Wario's eyes began to glow blue-white with ghostly power. The blue ghostly tornado swirled up into a maelstrom. Thunder and lightning filled the room. The stimulation was overwhelming, especially in Spoonie's current headspace at the time. The Spoonie one passed out. Chapter 3. Enter Anita. Lindsay awoke in the front seat of her car. Oh. Whew. She was parked outside of the abortion clinic. She was dazed and dehydrated. Her panties were missing. Oh, Dr. Cheng. Shh. She breathed it out. Look. Oh, sorry. I mixed alcohol and medication again. Anyway, the clinic was located in the back room of a Speak bodega in a run-down black neighborhood. The sign out from Red Sarniceria? I don't know. President Trump had managed to stack the Supreme Court with enough pro-life judges that they were finally able to overturn Roe v. Wade in his second year as president and criminalize the murder of the unborn in all 50 states. Since then, abortion clinics had been driven underground. The authorities tolerated them for the most part, as long as they stayed in Spick and Nigger neighborhoods, where they could control the populations of those undesirables. Lindsay looked at her phone. It was 7 a.m. She had slept for 20 hours. Fuck my cunt. I gotta get to work. Lindsay searched through her purse for her pillbox of cocaine. She snorted a quick bump and put the pedal to the floor, tearing us through the city. 30 minutes later, she was walking into the office. She looked like shit. Her lipstick was smeared from the mongoloid doctor's molestation. She smelled like cheap Mexican meat, dead baby, and chewing gum. Luckily, she worked for the great feminist leader Anita Sarkeesian, who would surely look upon these stenches as a sign of female empowerment. Hey, bitch! Hey, slut! You're late, by the way. Shh! I know. Sorry, I had to get an abortion. It's totes cool, bitch. I understand. Things are pretty slow around the office these days anyway. This was the office of Emma Goldman Games LLC, a startup game developer founded by Anita Sarkeesian to develop games with feminist themes. Anita had promised all sorts of great content to her Kickstarter and Indiegogo backers as well as her Patreon supporter, but after 3 years without even realizing any concept art for a game, the money was beginning to dry up. In fact, EG Games was nothing more than a big scam concocted by Anita to get money from stupid SJWs. But after 4 years of Trump, SJWism was nearly forgotten. Even the most hardcore SJW holdouts were becoming skeptical of Anita's scam. Now they wouldn't even be able to afford next month's rent on their office space. Listen, Linz, I'm not sure how to tell you this, but Emma Goldman Games is going out of business. We are liquidating our assets and declaring bankruptcy. I'm sorry, babe, but I can't keep you on the employee anymore. Shit, bitch, that sucks. I know, right? Well, what are you gonna do? Can I come work for you at your next exciting venture? Lindsay, babe, I'm sorry, but I can't get you wrapped up in what I'm gonna be doing next. I'm gonna be going underground. Big things are happening, Linz. Dangerous things. And I can't get you mixed up in this shit. Anita, what are you talking about? Danger? Haven't you ever wondered what we do here? I mean, we don't make games. Well, I always just assumed the games were coming. I mean, I cannot just hang out in the office and watch movies all day. Hey, what do you pay me for? For that sweet ass. Anita pressed her fingers into the slit of Lindsay's vagina, grabbing her ass with the other hand and pulling her in front for a deep, wet kiss. Oh, this is finally starting, alright. Anita, oh my gosh, what about affirmative consent? Shut up, bitch, you know you love it. Yeah, you're right. They made out for a few minutes while Anita dug out her pussy with 2 fingers. After she came, Lindsay pulled away. Wait. What were you saying about danger and what you actually do here? Oh, Lindsay, you are so naive. Naive, actually. That's how it is written, so that's how I'm going to read it. You're so naive. This operation is a front. We use the money we raise here to finance a real operation, domestic terrorism. Lindsay, I am the head of the radical paramilitary feminist organization. Gasp! You mean the Empire of Bitches in Heat? The very same. Do you remember the attack 2 years ago? That was us. You blew up the headquarters of every triple A game developer in the country and all the big indie studios. You blew up Valve's data center. Everyone's Steam account was lost. All those games. The data for Half-Life 3 destroyed. Hideo Kojima died in those attacks. That was you? You bet your sweet puss it was. She grabbed Lindsay's. So there are multiple Lindsays in this scene. She grabbed Lindsay's and pulled her in front for another deep sloppy kiss. Lindsay pulled away. Oh my god, Anita. Oh my god. This is so cool. Like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Oh my god. You're like a badass feminist action chick terrorist like Sarah Connor. I know, right? Oh, please, take me with you. I wanna do badass action hero stuff like you. No! Lindsay, listen. You've got a bright future ahead of you. People like you. We need you clean so you can support the legitimate side of our movement. Anita worked out. No, wait. Anita walked over to a metal cabinet and pulled out an AK-47 and an ammo belt, which she slung over her shoulder, whatever. Anita, where did you get that gun? I thought you wanted to ban guns. How do you expect to take people's guns if you don't have guns of your own? What the fuck? Shit. I may have gone too far with drinking tonight. You know? But that's how it's supposed to be. How do you expect to take people's guns if we don't have guns of our own? This is war, Lindsay. Social justice war. Anita reached under her desk and pulled out a can of gasoline and she began dousing the room with. So you really can't help me at all? You can't even give me a reference? Trust me, Lindsay. In a couple of weeks, you're not gonna want my reference. But now that I think of it, I do have a lead on a job opportunity for you. Hillary Clinton is getting ready to run for president again. They need staffers. You'd be perfect for it. Wow! Really, you think? You think? Of course. You've had more abortions than anyone I know. With you on her side, she can't lose. Anita pulled up a throw rug revealing a metal hatch to a secret passageway under the building. She opened the hatch and began climbing down. Well, said Lindsay, I hope you're right. I don't want to have to deal with another 4 years of drumpf. Oh, trust me, Lindsay, you're not gonna have to worry about that. Anita winked at Lindsay, then flicked the match into the petrol-soaked room, quickly dropping down and closing the hatch behind her. Lindsay escaped with only minor burns. Chapter 4. Big Pimpin' in the Chocolate City. Slowly but surely, the spoony one was regaining consciousness. Ah, Jew, Wario, my head. Was it a dream? That's when he noticed the sounds. Cars honking, people talking, radios playing a cacophony, speak and nigger music, gunshots. Also, this is set in Detroit, I guess. These were not the normal sounds of Spoonie's apartment. It sounded like he was in a nigger slum. So it is Detroit, alright. And that awful smell. Spoonie opened his eyes. He was lying in a trash heap in a back alley somewhere in the ghetto. Wario! He cried out, but his voice didn't sound like his own. It was much more high-pitched. Wario, what's going on? Where are you? I'm right here, answered the ghostly Jew. Where? I don't see you. I'm inside you, Spoonie. I've been controlling your body for the last few days while you were asleep. You've been controlling me? Not cool, dude. What have you been making me do? And where the fuck am I? Oh, here? Well, this is just the worst slum in Washington, D.C. And as for what we've been doing, well... Hey, yo, who this bitch? A nigger voice. Hey, yo, who this bitch? A nigger voice rang out in the alleyway. Smack lips. Damn, baby, you're looking sexy as hell. Who you with? What's going on? The fat nigger sauntered up to the spoony one and placed his hand on Spoonie's ass, stroking it gently as one would stroke a kitten. Spoonie jumped forward at the caress. Whoa, man. I don't know what this is, but whoa. Spoonie stumbled as he was tried. What? Spoonie stumbled as he was tried to get away. So he underwent a trial to get away? Alright, I guess. That's when he noticed he was wearing high-heeled shoes, huge platform heels like a whore would wear. He looked down at his feet. They were black. He looked at his hands. They too were black, and he was wearing large, garish, fake nails. Oh my god, Juwario, what did you do to me? Juwario, asked the fat nigger. Bitch, you talking to? You know one of them Bluetooths? Juwario, answer me! The ghostly form of Juwario began to marry. Nah, fuck. God damn. I am a disgrace. The ghostly form of Juwario began to materialize before the spoony one. This time he was wearing his regular Juwario outfit, the trademark hat, with his Famicom Dojo t-shirt, blue jeans and pink Converse. Sorry about this, Spoony. I was hoping I'd have more time to explain this to you, but to make a long story short, I fake your death. Oh, so Spoony isn't really dead, he just faked his death, alright. While possessed by Juwario's ghost, so this is a great addition to the Nostalgia Wolf lore. It got you a sex change operation and permanently dyed your skin black. As far as the world is concerned, Noah Entweiler is dead. You are now Spooniqua Jackson. Spooniqua Jackson? That's your name, baby? Asked the fat, sweaty nigger who had slept up next to Spooniqua and started groping her large fake breasts. He stank of marijuana and KFC. Oh god! Oh fuck. Oh god, I should say that. Spoony reached down for his dick and balls only to find they were gone. A man-made vagina had taken their place. Yeah, baby, I knew I'd shouldn't you on. The nigger reached up Spooniqua's short skirt and poked two fingers into her slit. Stop that! Spooniqua shouted, hopping away, still unsure of how to walk in these heels. Oh my god, I can't believe this. This isn't happening. God damn you, Juwario! Oh, it's happening, so you better get used to it. This is your life now, Spooniqua. And I told you, it's Boo Wario now. Oh, fuck you! Damn, baby, don't be like that. I wasn't talking to you. Well, who the fuck you talking to, baby? You smoking crack or what? He can't see me, Spooniqua. Stop calling me that. Only you can see me. And why not? That is your name now. You are Spooniqua. No, I am not Spooniqua. I am not some nigger crack whore from DC. I am the Spoony one. I am the winner of the Mashable Open Web Awards Funniest Person to Follow 2009. Has it really been 8 years? Fuck. That event fucked his brain so much beyond repair. I am Internet God. Smack! The fat nigger slapped Spooniqua and she collapsed on the floor. But you need to get a hold of yourself. You feel me? You historical honey. Hysterical honey. No, look, my name is Big Pimpin Petey. Big Pimpin Pete. I'm so glad I read this drug. I am so happy. This is the highlight of my week, honestly. Sorry, my head is spinning. Give me a second. Fuck. I am the biggest pimp in the game in this hood. Now I ain't never seen you around here before, and you got the fattest ass I've seen in these spots. Tick. In a coon's age. So what you say, baby? You wanna work for me? Juwario, help me. Bitch, who the fuck is Juwario? What's your pimp? He trying to move in on my turf? The nigger pulled out a switchblade and pressed it on Spooniqua's face. Am I gonna have to cut a bitch? Alright, Spoonie, you're floundering here. I'm gonna take over your body again. Only this time you won't be asleep. You'll still be able to see, hear, feel, and taste everything. But I'll be in control. Don't worry, buddy. I'm gonna get you through this. It was as though someone had flipped a switch. Spuniqua looked up at Big Pimpin Pete with longing in her eyes, longing for fried chicken grease, stinking nigger dick. Sorry, man, I'm fucked up. Sorry. Longing for fried chicken grease, stinking nigger dick. That's a wonderful line. That's like the best line in literature. Pete put his knife away as Puniqua crawled on her knees and slowly undid his belt and zipper. She pulled out his dick and made sweet whore love to it with her mouth. She was really going to town. She reached down between her legs and began fingering her cavity, but there was not much sensation to it. She needed to be fucked. She pulled his dick out of her mouth and stood up, still stroking it with her hand. You got any crack? Does Big Pimpin' PT have crack? Big Pimpin' PT is my favorite character in the Nostalgia Wolf lore. Does Big Pimpin' PT have crack? Bitch, please. He pulled out a crack pipe, and they each lit up, exhaling crack smoke into each other's mouths as they kissed. Spuniqua leaned up against the wall and hiked up her dress, revealing her large fake ass. Fuck me in the ass, daddy. Big Pimpin' Pete face spread out in a huge shit-eating nigger grin, revealing his golden diamond encrusted grill. He grunted as he inserted himself and pounded her colon. Ah, fuck yeah, said Spuniqua. Do you have any friends, baby? Call them up. I'm hot tonight. We finna run a train. We finna run a train. The fat smelling nigger pulled out his phone and put out a word to his homies. 12 other niggers showed up that night. Spuniqua took all of their cocks, sometimes 8 or 9 at a time, 3 in each hole. By the end of the night, Spuniqua's dress was torn to shreds and her whole body was dripping with cum. You know, this is funny because it reminds me of a storyline from the Dark Tower books, which is pretty much it's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much Spuniqua's life. Head to toe, she was covered in nigger jism. She tasted just like KFC and smelled even worse. Goddamn bitch. You pulled all the other hoes in this town to shame. Yeah. You might be the wildest hoe in the whole world. I'm definitely putting your ass to work. Come on, I'll take you back to to the whole house. Get your, get your ass cleaned up. Spuniqua followed her pimp. Ah, sorry. I got a bit of a hiccup every time I get drunk. Fuck. Whew. Spuniqua followed her pimp back to the whole house where she met the other girls working for Big Pimpin' Fuck. Big Pimpin' Pete. He told them all about their performance that night. She could see the jealousy in their eyes. Petey ordered the host to draw Spuniqua a bath and get some fresh cloths. Not clothes, cloths. And bling for her when she got out. A mixed race Fuck. A mixed race hoe. Wearing nothing but a G-string led Spuniqua to the bathroom. She shut the door, eased into the tub, closing her eyes. She inhaled. Sorry, give me a second here. I may have gone too far in a few places. Maybe like mixing up whiskey and tequila. Maybe that was too far. But I'll keep going. One take is one take too many. She inhaled slowly and let out a deep breath. She was finally alone. Well, almost. Buwario was still with her. Spuniqua opened her eyes and gazed upon his ghostly apparition. Now that wasn't so bad, was it? Not bad? Are you kidding me? You took control over my body, faked my death, cut off my dick and balls, turned me into a woman, turned me into a nigger, got me hooked on crack, and made me get raped by a pack of niggers. This is the worst night of my life. Rape? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I seem to recall that being a consensual gangbang all around. Consent? You took over my body. You made me do those things. I had no control. Oh, but that's where you're wrong, Spuniqua. I didn't make you do those things. That little line about taking over your body, that was just to get you to loosen up. Everything you did for your own free will. Wow, this is so profound. It really made me think. Whoa? No. No way. I'm not a fag. No, Spuniqua, you're not a fag. You're a beautiful, strong black woman with huge fake tits and ass. You're a hoe, and you love it. No, no, no. Yes! Admit it. This has been the greatest night of your life. Look at you. This is the best headspace you've ever been in. You're glowing. You're fingering your butthole right now. I'm trying to clean up all the cum out of it. Jeez. Spoonie pulled out his shit and jizz covered fingers out of his anus and pulled them straight into his mouth, sucking them clean and swallowing the disease infested poop. There, you see? What? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It just sorta happened. It happened because you wanted it to happen. Admit it, Spoonie. You love your new life. No! I loved my old life. You ruined my life. You killed me. Spoonie, I didn't want to tell you this, but we ghosts can't see the future. If I hadn't done this, you really would have killed yourself a few weeks from now. I saved you, Spoonie. I saved you from a life you hated. Think about it. No more Twitter. No more YouTube comment sections to lock. No more content to produce for ungrateful fans. No more trolls. No more bad headspaces. That is all over. From now on, you're gonna be getting fucked, smoking crack, and making money. Isn't that great? Spuniqua paused for a moment. She looked at herself in the mirror. She felt beautiful, powerful, fierce. She felt like Beyoncé on crack. She looked at Buwario with tears welling up in her eyes. Thank you, she said, and with that, Buwario smiled and disappeared into the night. Chapter 5 Interview with the Vampire. Lindsay walked through the ornate double doors of the Hillary Clinton campaign headquarters. She was greeted by the receptionist, Miss Bernadette Sanders. The placard on her desk read, Placard, not plague. Hi, I'm Lindsay Ellis. I'm here for the interview. Ah, yes, hello, Miss Ellis. Please have a seat. Someone will be with you momentarily. Say, you look kind of familiar. Do I know you from somewhere? Oh, me? No. Your voice sounds so familiar. Hey, wait a minute. Bernadette Sanders. Bernie? Bernie Sanders, is that you? Shh, please. I'm not allowed to use that name anymore. If Mistress Hillary heard you call me, she'll do horrible things to me. Sorry, give me a second. Please, Miss Ellis, just take a seat and wait quietly, please. The door to the back room opened. The kike bitch entered the room. Lindsay could smell her cunt before she saw her. It smelled like lots and cream cheese that had been left out too long. Well, I guess that's how reptilians smell. She looked like an A. Wyatt Man cartoon come to life. Hello, Miss Ellis. Oin Debbie Wasserman Schutz. Lindsay reached out for a handshake. Lindsay Ellis, pleased to meet you. The kike bitch grabbed Lindsay's hand and pulled it to her mouth, giving it a tender kiss. Please follow me to my office and we'll begin. The kike office was a small, dark room with ornate mahogany paneling on the walls. The room was a mess of old books and rotting Jew food, decayed matzo ball soup and rancid latkes peeled up on the corners of the desk. Sorry, what the fuck is going through my mind right now? Splattered on the ceiling above the desk was some mold-covered gefilte fish that appeared to have been thrown up there. The kike pulled out a jar of pickles from her desk drawer. Would you like a kosher dill pickle, honey? No thanks. I just ate. Right down to business. I like that. So tell me, why do you wish to work for Madame Hillary? Well, I've never had a real job, and this seemed like a good way to get paid for basically doing nothing. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what makes you think you're qualified for this position? Well, I think my resume speaks for itself. Lindsay handed the piece of the pink printer. The piece? How do you pronounce that? Lindsay handed the hot pink printer paper with her resume on it over to old Jew hag. Her resume was handwritten in gel pen. There were little glitter hearts and kitten stickers all over it. All it said was, I've had 1,000 abortions, XOXOXOXO, small heart, written in a girly font. Well, my goodness, 1,000 abortions, that is impressive. Would you mind if I inspect your cunt? Just to verify this story. I thought you'd never ask. Lindsay hiked up her skirt, revealing her flaps. Westerman Schultz got down on her knees and stuffed her big kike nose right up into Lindsay's natch, inhaling deeply. The stench of death was overwhelming. Her whole body began to convulse in multiple orgasms. My God, you weren't kidding. You're perfect for the job. Let me bring in. Let me bring in Miss Hillary to conduct the final interview. Sorry, let me get a drink. Alright. The old kike pulled his snout out of Lindsay's cunt and walked over to the corner of the room where a golden rope hung. She pulled the rope, ringing a loud bell. Bring in Madame Hillary. A hidden door on the back wall burst open, and in walked two large bodyguards wearing black suits and sunglasses. Between them, they were dragging a lifeless old hag. Her eyes were closed, her whole body hung limp. She smelled like a bin of soiled shits in an old folks' home. It was Hillary Clinton. Give her the injection, said the kike. One of the bodyguards, the one on her left, reached into his inside coat pocket and pulled out a syringe filled with sanguine fluid. He placed the needle between her lips and injected it into her mouth. The guard on her right grabbed her hair and pulled her head back while the leftmost guard rubbed on her throat, pushing the fluid down her gullet. Her eyes began to blink rapidly. She appeared to be having some sort of seizure. Suddenly, her eyes popped open in a wide, glassy, bug-eyed glare. I don't feel no ways tired, she exclaimed in a bizarre attempt at southern accent. Oh, hello, Debbie. How's the skank? Hillary eyed. Give me a second. Hillary eyed Lindsay up and down, undressing her with her eyes. Madame Future President, this is Lindsay Ellis. She's here to interview to be your new campaign staffer. What are her references? The kike handed Hillary the crudely drawn resume. Hillary, resume actually, because you can't spell resume for some reason. The crudely drawn resume. Hillary glanced at it, then looked up at Lindsay, smiling. Most impressive. Hillary turned to the kike. Shall we give her the loyalty test? The kike bitch nodded and pressed the call button on her intercom. Bernadette, get your ass in here. Bernadette Sanders entered the room sheepishly. His head hung in shame. He kept his eyes on the floor, not meeting anyone's gaze. Yes, my mistress? Hike up your skirt. Show Lindsay your shame. Yes, my mistress. Bernie proceeded to lift up his skirt, revealing his empty crotch. This is getting darker. There was no genitalia to speak of, not even a man-made vagina, just a blank space between her legs with a small, barely noticeable pee-hole in the middle. We had him scraped clean after the last election. We had to teach him a lesson for fucking with me. You did the right thing, mistress. I was so wrong to use my male privilege to try to steal the presidency from you. It was my fault you lost. I handed the election over to Drumpf. Don't say that name! I'm sorry, my mistress. I just mean you were right to strip me of my genitals. It was the ultimate checking of my male privilege. I thank you, mistress. Hillary opened the desk drawer and pulled out a bottle of Yvonne Williams and a huge black strap-on dildo, 5 inches in diameter. She took a long, hard swig of bourbon straight from the bottle. Bernadette, remove your butt plug. Bernie reached back and pulled the quadruple XXXXXL butt plug from his rectum. His captain rectum. The contents of his bowels immediately splooshed out on the floor. The smell hit Lindsay instantly. It was a putrid mixture of shit, cum, blood, and bile sipping out of Bernie Sanders' gaping anus. He began pissing himself in terror. Look what you did, you swine! Hillary grabbed a bent piece of wire hanger off the desk and began whipping Bernie across the face and eyes. Now clean it up, you shit. Bernadette dropped onto her knees and began lapping up his sewage like a dog. Oh, sorry, something happened.
Aziendali.
Shit. Give me a second, my monitor went crazy. Lindsay began to gag, the rank cacophony of foul odors vying for control at the room were all too powerful. Her vision began to blur and go dark. She collapsed on the floor. When Lindsay awoke, Hillary was totally nude. She had the massive dildo strapped on and was fucking Bernie mercilessly up his ass, while tears streamed down his face. Debbie Wasserman Schultz was videotaping. Ah, Lindsay, you're awake. Good, said Hillary. You almost failed the test. Now, on your feet. Lindsay stood up. She was in a daze, mesmerized by the stenches in the air and the rhythmic thumping of the penetration taking place before her eyes. Bernie could no longer hold back his tears. He was bawling, but at the same time he appeared to be oozing pre-cum from his genderless peace-hole. Lindsay couldn't help but to chuckle. As she laughed, Bernie looked up at her, hurt. As quickly as he had looked up at her, he broke eye contact and lowered his gaze back to the floor. Lindsay, do you see that large, cartoonishly oversized meat cleaver hanging in the corner? Asked Hillary. Yes, man, she answered. I want you to pick it up, heft it over your head, and bring it down on Bernadette's neck, severing her head from her body. Okay, said Lindsay, as she heaved the Fuck. I'm dying. Anyway, my health is fading. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. as she heaved the cleaver up into the air, bringing it down on Bernie's neck, decapitating him in an instant. His head popped clean off and rolled away. Aside from the thumping of Hilary's relentless ass pounding, there was a brief moment of quiet, and then Bernie's neck erupted. Torrents of blood and cum and shit and pus exploded out of Bernie's neck hole like an open fire hydrant on a hot summer's day. The putrid sewage flooded the room up to their ankles as Hilary's rhythmic thrusting slowly eased to a complete stop. Hilary took another swig of bourbon and lit a cigarette. That was good, Lindsay. Really good. I think you'd be a perfect fit for this job. There is just one more test. Hilary leapt backwards onto the desk and raising her feet up in the air, ripping her pants off in one smooth motion. So she was wearing pants while she was butt fucking Bernie? I assumed she was naked already. Anyway, whatever. Phew. I need you to change my diaper. Phew. Fuck. Give me a second. Ah. My head. Fuck. This is what you get when you mix alcohol and medication. You get awesomeness. You get a beautiful life. I need you to change my diaper. Lindsay slowly and purposefully walked over and slid the diaper off with both hands. Her whole underside was a mess of liquid shit. Make sure I'm nice and clean. Use your mouth and don't forget to swallow. Lindsay placed her mouth inside Hillary Clinton's vagina and began eating out the shit, swallowing every last drop. She lapped her tongue all over the labial floats, whatever, what the fuck. Fuck me, fuck everyone. Labial floats, cleaning inside and out, licking her pubes up and down. When the cunt was all clean, she moved her face down the crevice into her ass crack. She ate out her ass and sucked all the shit clean. She used her mouth like a vacuum and sucked out all the shit from her ass that had not fallen out on its own yet. On its own, alright. She powdered Hilary's bottom and put a fresh diaper on before giving the old hag a deep shit-filled French kiss. They both licked their mouths clean. This is great. Hilary looked Lindsay. So she did not look at Lindsay. She looked Lindsay. Alright. She looked Lindsay up and down, nodding. She exhaled through her nose. You'll do nicely. I got a job. You're damn right you got a job. Shit, I haven't had a job like that in ages. Lindsay, I want you to be my personal assistant. OMG, OMG, OMG. Calm your tits, bitch. Now we have a lot of work to do if I'm gonna be president. We're gonna need a lot more. We're gonna need a lot more staffers. Do you know anyone as qualified as you are for this type of work? Oh, I think I know a few people. Great. I'm having a party this weekend. A sort of fundraiser, spirit cooking, chaos sorcery, that sort of stuff. I want you to come. Bring your friends. There you will see the true evil of my campaign. As she said this, Hilary's eyes flashed red for a moment. Her pupils, normally round and humanoid, morphed into reptilian slits. I was wondering when that would happen. I was sure you were going to go there, but I was wondering when that would happen. Anyway, when this would turn into a documentary, and a forked tongue slithered out of her mouth like a snake. Smiley, what did I say? Lindsay smiled. Bigly. What does that mean? Cool. Will Lindsay ever have another abortion? Will President Trump defeat the evil hordes of social justice vampires? I'd like to point out we still haven't had any vampires in this story. This is a more set up than the actual Dracula Bram Stoker novel. Will Spuniqua ever review the new Ultima game? No, she won't. I can answer that actually. The answers to these and all your questions will be answered in the exciting conclusions to Vampire Bitches in Heat. Stay tuned. Same Nostalgia Wolf time, same Nostalgia Wolf channel.